Hello and welcome back. It's been around about 6 days. It's nearly a week. I'm so sorry. I did mean to record videos beforehand, and in fact I have been doing filming throughout the entire week. Rather than actually trying to just catch you up on everything, how's about I actually just show you? Here you go. There we go. Now, there wasn't a great deal of vlogging that actually did go on during all of this time. About the closest I got to that is this part of the video here. Now, I'm going to let myself from yesterday talk a little bit, just to give you an idea of like the kind of headspace I was in yesterday. All through the week has been absolutely fine, perfectly okay. The diet's not been hard to stick to or anything like that, but here you go. Here's me from yesterday. Well, terribly sorry about the weird audio quality, but I figured I'd record something while we're out and about, just because I kind of want to get it out. I'm actually feeling kind of depressed today. I mean, today's gone really, really well so far. Like, this entire time that Villas has been over, it's been wonderful. But I don't know, I'm feeling really out of it and really meh. This isn't good. It's not good at all. And it all comes down to my track record with technology for the last 2-3 weeks. I managed to brick the laptop entirely, which may or may not be my fault, but it happened while I was using it, which has slowed down my editing and made me not want to edit a lot. Like, it's just, it was a brand new piece of equipment. I just started being able to like start playing Magic again regularly, and then that was taken away from me like that. Like, all of a sudden I don't have that available to me anymore, which is definitely, you know, it's not a great feeling. I finally got round to buying a gimbal and figured out what I was doing with it really quickly. You know, like some sections like I'm not wanting to touch or do anything with still. But then yesterday I thought, right, okay, I'm gonna go and record my vlog. I'm gonna do like a little catch-up thing. My phone was still in the gimbal, so I took it, I turned it on, and I walked out into the corridor and picked up my lights. Took them into the kitchen, put them down, and my gimbal went mental. My gimbal went crazy. All the motors on all of the axes just went to full extension one way and full extension the other. They were buzzing loudly and screaming pretty much, and it just went haywire, and nothing I could do could stop it. I connected it to my PC and tried looking for firmware updates or anything like that, or trying to get into the settings somehow to see if like something had been changed, if I'd accidentally changed a menu so that it was like 100% correction for even the tiniest little problem or little misalignment. Nothing. Couldn't get into it, didn't even recognize it was connected to the computer. Unplugged it, tried turning it on again. Oh, all of a sudden, no issue. It's not throwing the motors around all over the place. What it is doing though is the mode light. It connects by the Bluetooth, but then the mode light is just blink, 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 and then goes blink, 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 and does that for about 30 seconds, and then it shuts itself off. And it doesn't matter what I'm doing or what I'm filming or anything, it just does it. And it seems like it's not recognizing that it's connected or that it's trying to use a mode. And I don't know what's caused it. I really don't. Like, I have no idea. I've had it less than a week. I've used it for 2 days of filming. We went to the zoo and used it. I've probably put some footage in here of it. It's wonderful. It works great. I got some really nice shots with it. it felt wonderful to be able to do something like that with a camera again. And then we took it out yesterday to the beach. Now I know immediately that you're thinking, oh well, you know, sand got in it, water got into it, something like that. No, really careful about it. Kept it off the ground pretty much the entire time. Kept it off the ground the entire time. I had it on a little tripod when it was on the ground, and I was sat right in front of it, and it wasn't even sat on sand. It was sat on a beach towel that had not been sat on by anyone else. I've checked all the motors and everything. It's free flowing. It just moves perfectly fine. There's no grinding noises. There's nothing trapped in the motors or anything. It just doesn't seem to recognize that it's connected to a phone. It'll keep everything steady and stable exactly as it should for about 30 seconds. It works perfectly for about 30 seconds and then it turns itself off. But limiting myself to 30 seconds of a shot and then having to mess around with, like, turn it back on, connect the Bluetooth, you know, film something, and then it dies again. Like, after what, another, like, 10-15 seconds of filming? Like, I can't work with that. No one can work with that. Not really. Not getting something that looked good for camera, good for you guys. So, that, I've emailed the company that makes it. I've emailed Rolei. And I don't know, I guess we'll see whether or not they get me back with any troubleshooting tips or anything, because every time I search for anything about problems with it, or updates, or anything, it just gave me gave me store pages and reviews saying, oh yeah, this is great. Okay, well good. It is good. It's very, very good. Like, I quite enjoyed using it. I would like to use it more, you know? And then today we've come out. I've brought the tripod. We've come out to Gardens of the World, Garten der Welt. There's a cable car, so we've got some nice footage of going up in that. Honestly, it looks like a proper aerial shot. It looks like something that you see with a drone, or you know, attached to a attached to a helicopter or something. It's lovely. You can see all of Berlin in all directions. I got a lot of pans and wide footage all across the city. It looks beautiful. And then we've come down from the lookout point, the Aussichtspunkt. And I've brought Rowan to this little play area. Get that stone out your mouth, Rowan. Rowan, get it out your mouth. Rowan, spit it out. Spit it out. Don't put stones in your mouth. Yeah, I've brought Rowan down to this little play area with some little ants and stuff. Thanks for kicking the tripod. I've brought Rowan down to this little play area, and I don't know, I've just been overcome by this weird wave of depression that, like, technology is just not working for me. You know, I noticed today as well on the camera. This is just like the front-facing one. I mean, like the main one, the good one that I've been using for all the shots. What's happened is there's a crack all the way across the front of it, and it's right in the middle of the viewfinder, like right in the middle of the iris. I'm surprised that you can't see it on footage, but it's like the thing's in two completely separate chunks, and I'm just sat here thinking, I'm probably this close to having the good camera die on my phone, which means that I'll have to, if I want to continue vlogging, I'll have to do it just me talking to camera and not showing you anything. Or if I do, I'm going to have my stupid fat head in the shot. Like, my gimbal's buggered. My camera's close to buggered. My edit suite, that was actually pretty good, is buggered. My GoPro is buggered. Do you know there's a perfect opportunity for the GoPro here today? Absolutely perfect opportunity for the GoPro today. So here at the lookout point, there's a bobsled thing. It like a little like chain bobsled thing. You ride down all the way, and then it pulls you back up to the top. You get up to speeds of about 40 kilometers an hour. Yeah, well done, good boy. You get up to speeds of about 40 kilometers an hour on the way down. Throws you around all over the place. It looks like a lot of fun. But I can't strap a GoPro to Villas or Seguta and send them down it because the GoPro's dead. Even though I've got all of the equipment and all of the accessories to strap it to someone or strap it to the actual car itself of this little bobsled run, I can't do it because I don't have it, because it's dead. I can't use the gimbal to get really, really nice shots or like tracking shots or pans or anything because it's dead. At the minute, I have no idea what the footage is going to turn out like that I've shot through the main camera because the lens cover's cracked. Like, the actual lens is cracked. I don't know. It just feels like I take a step forward with, like bumping up a production value or like getting this thing that I've wanted to sort of get myself back into filming and really have fun with it and do all these cool things. And then it gets pulled away from me again. I think it's compounding this frustration that I've got where even though I'm being good, or as good as I can be, as good as I feel like I'm doing, the scale's not moving. Nothing's happening, It's just really grating on my nerves. Yeah, I don't know. I need to figure something out. I need to either come up with a way of being able to buy a bunch of new kit or make sure that the kit that I've got works perfectly and that I can look after it in a way where it's not going to bugger up again. I just want a win, I want a win just to carry me over for the minute. But yeah, oh well. Well, Philo and Seguta are back now, so yeah, I don't know. I'll check back in later. Bye. So I think we can kind of agree that I wasn't in a particularly wonderful headspace yesterday. I have no idea where it came from. I just hit a point and went, nah, I'm done. So, yesterday I allowed myself to slip a little bit. There's a reason for certain things that happened yesterday. So on Saturday, I actually got talking with Jessica and Brian. And they decided what they were going to do is, starting Sunday, yesterday, but I believe it got shifted to today, Monday, that they were going to do a Mary's Mini. They were going to try a Mary's Mini, which is, the Mary McDougall sort of... it's the McDougall program light, basically. And they decided they were going to try it, and, I got a message from them saying, hey, you're the potato guy. Come on, do the potato thing with us. And you know what? Absolutely. I will absolutely do that. And indeed, I have. So, just to give you an idea, yesterday, hated life, absolutely bleh, couldn't be bothered, actually ate meat for the first time in over 2 months. Today, potatoes. And more potatoes. Hey! It's almost like we're restarting all over again at day number 1. Sort of. So, where are we at currently? Where are we at mentally? All things like that. I'm actually feeling pretty good. Like I managed to get a whole bunch of stuff out of my system. Earlier on today, we went and we replaced the gimbal that had just died unexpectedly. After I'd actually took it along to Saturn and replaced it and got it exchanged, which took a little while because I couldn't find the receipt anywhere, but anyway, managed to get it done. I actually got an email back from Rollei, the manufacturer, because I'd emailed them first to ask whether or not there was any troubleshooting things that I could go through or anywhere where I could find like firmware updates or if it was something that I'd done wrong. And they straight up said, it sounds like your gimbal is ridiculously defective, send it to us and we'll investigate, like we'll take it apart and everything. So well, because I didn't actually buy it from Rollei, I bought it from Saturn, I'd already exchanged it. So I've got the new one there, it's charged up. I haven't quite dared turn it on yet, but you know, we'll see how it goes. Yeah, I mean, it should be good. It should be fine. The first one was absolutely perfect. There was one or two little niggling things that I had problems with, but I don't know, like hopefully should be okay. Should be good. So today, much better. Had that, got that out of the way with. Bought a pack of lenses. Just the you know, the little clip ones that go over the top of your mobile phone camera. I bought a pack of those for €10. So I've played around with them a little bit. I've took some photographs. They look fine. Like, you know, they're perfectly serviceable. So yeah, like I'm doing a lot better now, like right this minute, than I have been all day. Don't get me wrong, I would still absolutely kill to eat a chocolate bar or something at the minute. And see these? My little Choco Knabber? I totally dropped the ball on eating that entire pack yesterday. I should have just eaten that entire pack yesterday. I mean, I should have done. Like, it's so dumb that I didn't. Yesterday, I literally just went, you know what? F all of this. I'm gonna eat everything. I had chicken, I had sausage, and I had some chocolate. And I should have eaten those because they're amazing. And now I can't touch them for another 10 days. And this is like, what, like 2 months nearly after I bought them in the first place? Ugh. It's a good thing chocolate doesn't really go off, you know? Oh man. Well, do you know what? Let's actually have a look at food that we've had during the week as well. So I'll put pictures up here. Here's like lunch and dinner of the first day and the second, etc., etc. That'll just run through on a little loop there, and I'll talk to you over here, I guess. So yeah, I mean, things have gone pretty okay. I mean, apart from yesterday, apart from Sunday, all my food was pretty decent. I mean, I had a Skype call with my mum earlier, and you know, she sort of said, "Oh wow, you're looking a little bit different in the face as well. You're looking a little bit thinner, a little bit slimmer, and that sort of thing." So I have no idea how much of that is true because I'm a little bit too close to it. I see myself in the mirror every single day. I take photographs of myself every single day, so I don't know. There might be a noticeable difference if I go back and look at the video and compare it to this week's, but I don't know. It's not been a particularly great week for actual weight loss. Like, the numbers on the scale just haven't been moving, apart from in the wrong direction as fallout from yesterday and drinking the beer. So I don't know, like it's one of those things. I mean, hopefully this Mary's Mini that myself and Jessica and Brian are going on will just help kickstart things that little bit more. It'll give my body that little kick in the pants that it needs, and hopefully I'll just start coming down again. I mean, like, I don't want to jinx it, but if it turns out that this works and works well, because it's pretty close to the normal McDougall thing that I've been doing anyway, I might very well try and just keep it up. Even if it's boring, at least I know that I'll be making lots of downward progress. As opposed to what I have been doing, which is just trying to find my own path with it and not necessarily making a great deal of progress over the past couple of weeks. I've still got plenty of time up until like my friend's wedding and when my original goal is, but I don't know, we'll see, I guess. I mean, hopefully this all goes good. Like not being able to mix starches is a little bit of a pain. To give you an idea of how much of a pain that is, instead of going to the shop and buying more stuff, because we've done so much walking over the last few days, I just wanted to stay in the house and just not do anything. And that drive to be lazy and not walk anymore manifested as me standing over a little pot with with some vegetable mix in. It's a soup mix, like soup vegetables. So there's like leek and carrots and a little bit of swede and this, that, and the other. And I'm sat there picking out individual grains of corn because I've picked my starch. It's potato, surprising no one. Least of all Jessica, who pretty much bullied me into sticking with potato as opposed to doing like rice, because I actually genuinely thought, I've got a ton of rice, I can just eat rice dishes, I can make like a little curry, like vegetable curries or this or that and the other, I'm gonna be good, I can do like rice and peas or something. And no, my branding, for lack of a better term, has bit me in the ass. Yay! Oh, well, I mean, like, we're all doing potato, I guess. God, it sounds like some sort of weird drug. We're all doing potato these days. Oh, the cool kids are doing potato. Ah, dear. Well, anyway, like, apart from all of this, all is good. I'm gonna sit down and do a marathon editing session, which you will see the culmination of when this eventually goes up on the internet live. My entire thing of doing the Mary's Mini as well is it gives me a chance and a reason to actually go back in and vlog every single day and not skip anything. So there, that's the plan, that's the goal. 10 days absolutely of video. That's the hope. I guess we'll see if that works out. So. Right, what else? Well, not a great deal, in all honesty. I mean, like, things have been going okay, apart from yesterday's little blip. The reason I actually did give up and eat meat and stuff yesterday is, well, there's a couple of reasons. I mean, one, I was feeling pretty terrible about, like, the camera situation and, like, the technology situation and all sorts of stuff like that. I was just tired and worn out from walking so much for like 3 days, probably like really dehydrated as well, which the beer won't have helped in any way, shape or form. Frustration with just not losing weight, and the place that we ate the noodles and stuff, that had one vegetarian option pretty much, which was all deep fried anyway. And I was like, well, if my option's the oil or the noodles and some meat, I don't know, I'll probably go with the meat rather than the oil, even though it's probably even worse. Like, you know, I just couldn't be bothered at that point. Plus I managed to have a beer as well. Like, you know, who knew having a beer on a hot day would actually make you feel kind of chilled and okay. Followed by many more beers when I got home. Having to go to the shop and buy those was interesting, all in German. I mean, exchanging the gimbal today in German was pretty interesting. Let's be fair, but I managed it. Let's call it a language win. Yay, language practice. Yeah, no, I don't think there's anything else really going on. Like, this is a downside of, like, you know, sort of leaving it up until end of the week to get everything together and say stuff. Like, I tend to not have any updates whatsoever because everything's just passed me by in a blur at this point. Whereas if I do it every single day, I can give you a more accurate perspective on what I'm doing and what I'm feeling and how I'm going about my day and all that sort of stuff. Anyway, right. Tomorrow, is there a plan for tomorrow? There's not really a plan for tomorrow. I don't think we're going out walking anywhere. I think Villas and Saguta are going to a barbecue smokehouse place. Now, I have been wanting to go to this barbecue smokehouse place, but being on the Mary's Mini and having already eaten meat, can't do it. So I'm probably going to stay at home with Rowan and just, try and get him back into his normal routine, because he's been sleeping a lot longer and a lot weirder lately. So, yeah, I don't know. I don't think there's anything amazing. I might see if I can go to Alexanderplatz. I need to buy a couple of magazines that I've been missing getting hold of. The new Magic core set is out, so I could maybe go and buy a couple of booster packs or decks of that. I don't know. Oh well. It's also the last day with Villas tomorrow. That's a shame. Yeah. It's been an awesome week with him. Rowan's really taken with him. There's been a lot of laughs had, a lot of fun has been had. Yeah, gonna miss it. Until next time. He does seem to really, really like Berlin. I mean, we might end up going to a park or something tomorrow. I don't know. I'll see whether or not the gimbals are up to the task. We'll give it a little bit of a training wheel session. But yeah. Okay, awesome. Well, day number 96, 97? Day 97, done. In the bag, dusted. All of the last week from day number 91 onwards, done. In the bag, sorted. Mary's Mini day number 1 with Krocks in the kitchen. Done, sorted, in the bag. So, tomorrow, day number 98. It's a weigh-in. I fully expect that my numbers are going to be awful because of the beer and because of the meat and everything else that I did yesterday. Like, I should have just held on up until after the Mary's Mini is done. But what are you gonna do, eh? What are you gonna do? We all fall off the wagon at times. I fell off the wagon yesterday, and I regret falling off the wagon for multiple reasons. Because 1, I fell off the wagon, and 2, now I can't plan to fall off the wagon later for another 30 days or something. So, well, never mind. Right, thanks very much for joining me. I'm gonna go stop waffling at you, and yeah, have a good one. Bye-bye.